Hey, all you green dragon people out there. Thought I'd put on a little bit of regulators from Warren G for my good friends Reb and Mule Team. Nice chat they had the other day during the daytime, and listening to that. So that hey, the Dragon's gonna be possibly off the air on Thursday. That's gonna kind of suck, but whatever. It keeps rolling on, keeps rolling on. I'll talk to them, I'm sure, sometime. Anyway, I haven't talked in a while, so kind of trying to form all my thoughts and get my words out correctly might be a problem. But anyway, I thought I'd start up a little chat, impromptu, especially since the Dragon might not be on much longer anymore. And I just wanted to come on here and share some thoughts with all y'all. It's not about the ban on green tip ammunition that I guess did not go through. By the way, if you haven't seen the chat between Reb and Mule Team, I think it was yesterday, about the ban on green tip ammunition, I would definitely recommend going and checking it out. I'm not all the way through it yet, but some good points. Very good points. I'm not really in the loop of all the news stuff. I've been spending time with family trying to get my health in order for whatever is upcoming. And so that's been taking up a lot of time. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about this whole thing with Dr. Ben Carson. He's gotten under some scrutiny recently for saying that homosexuality is a choice. And wow, people aren't liking that too much. No, it's not a choice. I was born sexually attracted to men or female, whatever your persuasion might be. That's a really narrow-sighted comeback on what he said. You were born that way. It's not a choice for you. It's how you were created, how you were born. I have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with homosexuals wanting to be homosexuals. Whatever two consenting adults want to do in their own bedroom, that's not up to me. That's up to them. By all means, go for it. You want to get married? It doesn't work out for a lot of straight people, but if you really want to attempt that, I have no problem with a homosexual wanting to get married to another consenting homosexual adult. All right? I do have a problem. One little problem is if you come to my church and my pastor doesn't want to marry you for ethical reasons, and then you turn around and sue his ass. I think that's bullshit. But there's 1,000 places in your local area that will marry you. Why do you have to come here and stir up shit? Because you want to stir up shit. Anyway, getting back on topic. It's a choice or you're born that way. Well, if you're born that way, then how can it be wrong, right? I mean, you can't be looked down upon. It shouldn't be even questioned that it's ethical because that's how you were born. Well, that's very tricky because all of a sudden you can say the same thing for child molesters. Well, he's just born that way to be sexually attracted to people that aren't 18, maybe they're 16, 13. It keeps going on. It's a very slippery slope type thing. What about a guy in Afghanistan that wants to fuck a camel or a goat? Is it a choice? Or was he just born with the natural urge to fuck a goat? Where does it end? Two consenting adults, you want to do that shit, fine. But don't tell me you're born that way. That's a question in morality, okay? Why do people go out and cheat? Why do people go out and do all these sexually immoral things? Because it's fun. It's exciting. Why? Because it's naughty. It's not the norm. It could also be the way you were brought up, I suppose. I know a lot of homosexuals that were abused one way or another as a child. Well, what about the person that abused them? Were they born that way? So shouldn't they not be punished? Child molesters, they shouldn't go to jail if that's the case, because if they're born that way, then we should cow down to them because they don't have a choice where they do that. And I have a real problem with that because I have a choice where I put my penis. I get to decide where I put my penis. Yes, I could be attracted to another man, But I still get to choose, because if you don't get to choose where you put your penis, it's considered rape. Born that way. I don't think so. It is something that you're into for whatever reasons that you're into it, but you always have a choice. And for people giving Dr. Ben Carson crap over this, they're really threatened by his comment. They're threatened by it because it's true. You have a choice if you want to be homosexual or not. Many homosexuals have converted over to being straight, and a lot of straight people have gone to being homosexuals. What about all those people? You have a choice. And if you don't have a choice of where you put your penis or vagina, then you have some other issues. But the problem is they really want, in my opinion, they really want to make it like you're born that way because it gives them more validation. You can't make fun of me because I was born that way. No, I was born white. I was born male. I was born to a family that I had no choice in. I had no choice in being white. I had no choice in being a male. I do have a choice where I put it. And that's the real fact to it. But as long as it's not a choice for them, then they want the same rights as any other minority. And that's the key right there. It's the gay agenda. They want gay rights, just like, you know, everybody else, every other minority wants rights for their minority. The only problem is their minority is the only one where you really have, well, the only one that I know of off the top of my head, I could be wrong. The only one that I know of right now that you have a choice on whether you want to be part of that minority or not. I can't be black, right? But I can be gay. Okay. Well, maybe that's why. Anyway, my little rant, little farewell to the dragon, possibly. Just as I was thinking about coming on more often. I'll definitely have to show up for Thursday. Hopefully Thursday will be epic. That's tomorrow, I believe. But wanted to get that off my chest. I'm going to go ahead and end it now. I know it's quite a short chat. I got one viewer, and I don't know if there's any comments or not because I'm not even looking, to be honest with you. But born that way. No, you're not born that way. You might be born to like the same sex, but you have a choice. And I know of plenty of people who have made that choice. You know, I'll share something with you since the dragon's going off the air. And I have only shared this with 2 other people on the dragon. But if anybody should have turned out born in the wrong body, you hear that a lot too, right? I was born a man, but really I'm a female, and therefore I need a sex change and all this stuff, right? Everybody's like, oh, he's going to say he was a girl and got a penis implant. No. But there's a lot, you hear that all the time. I was born a man, but I'm a woman inside a man's body trapped. I'm whatever. I was born with very low testosterone. Even to this day, I am just right about where a pubescent teenage boy is at the start of his puberty is about where I'm at all the time. And I'm currently on supplements, but just recently, right? So I'm almost 40 years old, almost 40, and I'm just now getting on the supplements. But if anybody had a good excuse on, born a man, but really I'm a woman inside, I think I have a good reason why I could have had that argument. And of course, as a child, well, as a teenage kid, I made that excuse a few times. Yeah, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, kind of thing, trying to just be funny, kind of shit. But I mean, really, I had every right or every reason to be making that argument. I didn't. Why? Why didn't I? And somebody else, maybe in the same situation, would. Is it because I was born that way? No. Anyway, G's wanting a link. Gee, you're a bartender, bro. I think you could pop in here anytime you wanted, but I have a real problem with that, though. Born This Way, the whole Dr. Ben Carson, it's going after their status of being a minority group. Because if it's a choice and it's not, you're born that way, then all of a sudden they're not true minorities, are they? They're just regular people that made a choice of where they want to put their penis. All right, Dragon, stay classy until Thursday.